Hello, whoever's joined. Put your name in the comments so I know you are. Just put your names out. We'll just get some people. Wait till everyone's come in. Sorry, it's a few minutes late. I did try and stream this off my phone, but YouTube want you to have like 1,000 subscribers now, so I had to go and get the laptop. Hopefully, we don't run out of battery. We've got 58 minutes, which is probably a lie. But I'm not taking no more Instagram comments now. It's past the 6 p.m. deadline, so I've got you all written on this app on my phone. So we'll just wait for a few boys to come in with a bit of luck, and hopefully we should get this up and running. Don't be shy to say hello in the chat. But I'll do it as well. Because I actually, believe it or not, I can't actually see who's in here, which is quite strange. You're right, Lee. No, I have not found a bumper yet. Every time I find a bumper, either it's overpriced or it's wrong color, damage to shit. Yeah, it's not great. Hello, Joseph, and hello, Dad. Even that guy, that bumper you sent me, Lee, the guy didn't even get back to me. So he's lost on a few. Well, I think it's just over 100 notes in it, something. So yeah, he's lost. Hopefully, some more people come in. I think there's like 14 people in this. It's not many, but there's enough. You just got in at the last minute, Lee. No exceptions there anyway. Would have put you in. So what's everyone been up to today? Weather's picked up. It was quite crap this morning where I am. Anyone had a nice day? What have they been doing? Let me just put it on Instagram. Not many people are turning up here. Sick day, mate. Overworked on a Yarisha pace. Oh, really? What did you have to do on it? Because they're like tin anyway, aren't they? But you had to like bloody do a quarter on it with like no bloody filler or anything. Some things are horrible. You just got to lean on them and they'll dent, weren't they? So that was like when I had my 108. You just had to lean on the quarter or anything. Or even the bonnet as well. It just stove in. Nasty things. I'll just quickly put this on Instagram. Oh dear. Sewer repair needed a new section really. Well, and probably the customer didn't want to pay for it. I guess usually the going rate, isn't it? They always want something for nothing. Why didn't they put a new section on it? I don't understand that. It's not even worth like doing without it. Probably pick up a sill for like what, 60 quid at most nowadays, if that. Might be different on a newer car like a Yaris or whatever, but I can't see it being too expensive. Yeah, that says it all, doesn't it? Not good. I mean, Luke knows what we did to my 108 because I stoved a sill one on that, and yeah, that was because it was a lease car. We put some self-tapping screws in the sill, right, and just pulled the dent out as much as we could with a claw hammer and fiberglassed it up and just sprayed it back. It's like the worst thing we could ever do, but I'll tell you what, it was funny because they didn't notice it until they got to the auction house, which meant that they didn't they didn't charge me for it in the end. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. It's not something that we're proud of, but yeah, it was funny. I mean, I'm surprised that bit of fiberglass didn't fall out, like when going over a speed bump too hard. Anyone who's just come in, just let us know that you're here, because obviously I've got your names down. We'll get this giveaway going as well, and if you want to ask any questions while we're at it, we might as well just do like a little Q&A. I mean, there's only like 4 of you in now. I just don't want this sort of being too long. So I think I'll let it get to like sort of 8 or 9 minutes on the counter or something, and which is not long away anyway, and we'll just we'll get this giveaway done. Yeah, let me see, because I think I've got some pictures of when I did my one. It's on like Snapchat or something. I'll have to send them over to you. You'll laugh your head off. For those of you who just joined, we had to do it on the laptop for some reason, because you've got to have 1,000 subscribers to do it on your phone, like live streaming for whatever reason. But we've got you all listed up here. Some of you will probably be able to see your names. It's just on a random wheel. It's nothing too crazy, honestly. I was hoping some more people would be in, but if they're not, then we'll just get this done, because I don't want to keep you waiting too long. And I mean, this car, I need to put the window down. This car is hot, because I think it's like, what, 20-something degrees outside now? And I'm sweating like a bloody priest in a nursery. Just down a bit so you don't get the noise of the wind. Yeah, I'm quite intrigued to see what you did with this sill. To be fair, knowing you've probably done a good job of it anyway. You're pretty bang on with bodywork, I must admit. Right. I don't know about you lot. I'm done waiting. Let's just get this out of the way. Okay, so a few ground rules. Obviously, you've got to be subscribed. Obviously, you've got to have commented your Instagram, which I've seen on there anyway. On the subscription part, obviously, I can't see that all of you are subscribed. So if I do DM you and you've won, and I can't find your subscription on my page, just send us a screenshot. It's nothing too crazy. Even if you do it on like, even if you do it just before like you message back, I don't care. As long as it says you're subscribed, do whatever you want after. I'll give you the link to Dope Graphics' website and have a look at some stickers on there. Personalize your own ones, whatever it is, and I'll buy you 2 for both sides on my court, like I have on my quarter windows. I'm not too fussed. Like, go to town with it. You could literally do what you want, and then we'll sort out your address and get them sent straight to you. Okay, so that ramble's over now. Let's get this up. I'm just trying to do this by watching my own screen. We're spinning the wheel. Okay, Sam Axon. Prepare to see a message from me, mate. Congratulations, you have won the Dope Graphics giveaway. And just to show you, there was loads of people on here, like Driver Vandy, obviously Lee as well, Cosworth Tina, which is just down there. Just to show you, it is legit. Just a random wheel. But yeah, well done, Sam Axon. Congratulations, mate. You are the winner today. I'll drop you a message in a little while. Oh, hello. Hello, Adam. How are you today, mate? Had a good day? But yeah, well done, Sam Axon. If you guys want to ask any questions or whatever, obviously I know I didn't upload last week. Just been flat out on work, as you could probably imagine. It is what it is, really. But yeah, we've got a few things. I may or may not have something here made by a company called TRC. If you know, you know. So that'll be coming up soon, and a few other little bits as well. So we've got content. I'm going to be doing some bits as well, prepping the block for the engine. Get it all painted up. It's all pre-honed, so we're all good on that note. But anyways, guys, I think we'll have to end it here because I don't really want to drag out this too much, as it is a giveaway. If you do want to see another live stream, be sure to put it in the comments. I know it was a pretty short one. And booking Pure Ford. Nah, the engine's going to be on the table. Can't book for Pure Ford. Look, give me till, I don't know. It'll be on the week of Ford Fair. I don't know when Pure Ford is, but I'm not rushing for nothing, if I'm honest with you. Lee already knows. I haven't been to a show in God knows how many years. It can wait. I'd rather the car be how I want it to be rather than rush it to a show. Because I need the wheels refurb because they're shagged. The exhaust needs redoing, so I'm in the process currently saving for that, and then we'll be going back to Jansport to get an exhaust done, and then obviously we need the engine built as well. So once them three things are done, I'll probably start looking at some shows and meets. But until then, it's probably not going to happen, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, I mean, don't worry, it's coming. I mean, even if you guys wanted to do like a little meetup. Wow, the XR2 is the last show you went to. Lee, we need to get out there, mate. We've been away too long. You know what? That is probably one of the things I wish I bought off you. I just needed to be a bit older, and with the money I'm on now, I would have given you double for that car, because that car was clean. It's quite a shame what happened to it, really, how it just ended up sitting on a drive. Yeah, I mean, I do sort of... I mean, my one's a bit ropey, I must admit. But yeah, I do wish I bought your car. It's the 19th of the 6th. Yeah, I'm not going to that. I can promise you now. It's too tight of a deadline for me to be doing. If I was Luke, yeah, he would be all over that. But might fit my cap. Yeah, get the cap back on. Yeah, I mean, you could do wheels in the garden. Just make sure your prep's done. Make sure they're all clean before painting. Because that's prep is your paint work. I've learned that the hard way. I've rushed it myself, and it's turned out very badly. And the final booking's probably today. So, yeah, that answers my question. I will not be going to that. But there's always next year. Because if me and Lee have gone God knows how long without taking a car to a show or going to a show, it can wait a year. Believe me, there's more shows, there's more days going out there. You're spraying your Z-Tech plastics. Oh, you haven't touched the ST. Yeah, I need to do the plastics on mine. I was going to do it last week. But I forgot to order the paint. So, yeah, that didn't happen. So that should hopefully be coming this week. So if it does, I'll make sure that I get these grills painted, because they are letting the side down, I must admit. They're not looking great. Because I'll be honest with you, I've got them splitters. We've had to repair them with the fiberglass because the last guy I bought them off was on air and they're now discontinued. So we've just had to refiberglass them, but I'll be getting them painted up hopefully maybe this week or next. And then we'll be fitting those. And I've also got a bonnet lip from TRC. It was like the last one from them, I think. So we'll be fitting that as well. But I don't want to be fitting any more gloss black stuff to the car without the trims at least being matte black. That's pretty much why I've sort of held things back. I'd rather have the car look good and upload a decent bit of content rather than just put something out there for the sake of it. But yeah, that's pretty much that on that note. But why don't you touch the ST? Get on it. Get on your ST. It's got to be done. Audi pearl color. What sort of pearl? White or a blue? The purple they do. Luke showed me that because he wants the purple for when he gets an Audi. They look really cool. Just window up quick. They look really, really cool, I must admit. And yeah, to be fair, that's what I've found with my ones. Like on small details, you know, you just look at it afterwards and you think, how did I go all this time without not doing it? Like, say, I don't know, like the interior stuff on mine or the center console, even the bay, like just certain things in the bay. You just look at it and you think, how have I gone this long without doing it? And then you do it and you think, yeah, that looks so much better. Anthracite, but it's an Audi Daytona. Yeah, that'll look nice. I like anthracite wheels, to be fair. No one else has done it, luckily, but most go gloss black. Yeah, you know what? I'm not a fan of black wheels. They lose the lines a lot. If I'm honest with you, matte black's a lot better. Or if you do, say, matte black inserts and then a gloss black face, that looks really nice. But I find black wheels, they just lose the actual lines of the wheels and they just hide, really. I like more of a grey colour myself as well. So yeah, I think you're doing a good choice on that one personally. Yeah, I totally agree with you. 100% hides all the details. I mean, you can do black wheels and you can make them work, but it's not really worth it, really. In my opinion, because my car came with black wheels when I bought it, and I just didn't like them at all. They were painted badly, which didn't help. Same colour as mine, mate, on the ST line. Oh, you got an ST line now? I didn't even know. I thought you still had the old Mark 6 Escort. That thing was quite cool. I'm not sure if you needed quite a bit of welding on that, though, didn't you? Yeah, I mean, you can stealth a car in other ways. My view is matte black inserts and gloss black face. No, it doesn't, Mike. It looks like the whole tyre. New daily van went off the road to sort. Okay. Well, it wouldn't be a Ford Lee without a bit of rust. I mean, I've got a rust hole in the boot of this thing, believe it or not. I just can't even bother to do it at the minute. As you know, I'm not very good at buying a car without rust. As you lot will find out. Lee already knows. Yeah, you'll you'll find out. If you haven't looked at my Instagram already, you will find out. I would say I'm good at sniffing out rust, but that's after I bought the car. But I will be sorting out the stuff on this at some point, whether I video it or not. It's about, it probably needs a patch that big the last time I checked it. We only found it when I did the K-brace, and there's a little bit on, probably a bit on the boot floor and a bit on the driver's sill at the back, but we'll let it go for another day. We'll just keep the car clean, prolong it as much as we can. Sat in the garage next to your P100, that's just as rusty, mate. It's just old Fords, isn't it? The problem is that it's just, no matter what you do or what you buy as an old Ford, like, even when I got my Mark III, right, you lot can listen to this, I don't care. Lee knows already, but even when I got my Mark III sandblasted, there are areas of the car where you would never think there was rust, and you got it back and there was just a hole there, and I was like, what the hell? So you're always going to get it, unfortunately. It's just one of those things, isn't it? It just, unfortunately, takes a bit of time, bit of effort, money and skill. Main is money and skill, but you'll get there in the end. I mean, if the channel gets big, and I'll get a unit or whatever, we'll just throw the P100 in there and get it done. Save you the hassle, mate, because we need to go to a show again, Lee. We've been out of the game too long. And no, I'm not sanding it back and painting it over and forgetting about it, because it will come back twice as worse. That's why you get an 80s Ford or whatever, that you have to redo everyone's patch jobs and stuff, because if you looked at the boot floor on one of my cars, right, it has about 9,000 patches. It's got gaffer tape. Well, it used to before I cut it out like a butcher. My arches were gaffer taped and stone chipped over, and you would have never known until I dug it up. It's not, there's no point. You're just going to make the car worse. And I've got a car on my drive where the underneath hasn't been painted properly, and it proves it. So remember, do it once and do it right, unless you're going to crash the car into a tree and make a funny video on it. Don't sell it to someone and be that guy. So, I mean, just do it properly. Trust me, it's not worth it. Just get it done. Get some decent... I wouldn't even use stone chip, because stone chip's porous. Not everyone knows this, but stone chip is porous. It lets water in. Everyone thinks, yeah, a bit of stone chip over the seal. Just get something... Just get a decent sealer or U-Pol Raptor or whatever, because you can flat it back. You can paint over it. And Raptor's tintable as well. It just doesn't come out as glossy as you want it. You need to just... they do say if you mess around with the concentration of it, you'll mess with your finishes and stuff like that. But yeah, just get it done properly. I mean, Demon Performance Center will restore the underneath of this car for about £1,700, including that. And that's powder coated hubs, subframes, a lot. And they'll do the whole underneath in seal like factory. Even if you want to do that. Bit of time, bit of money. And you know that your car will be okay, rather than just, I don't know, stone chip it over or whatever, or just paint over the shit. And then, yeah, it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but that's a drop in the ocean compared to some restorations. Exactly. Trust me, Lee's in the game. Lee knows that's a good price. That is a lot. I would say a lot of restoration for the money you're actually paying. Trust me. I promise you now. One of my cars, I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to out people. But the underside and the engine bay and a few other bits and bobs on it cost around the 10 grand mark. And yeah, it's another story whether it was 10 grand for work, but that will come another day. But even I spoke to Jam Sport, he said you're looking at 10 grand before they even take it apart and refit it all back together for you. But when you're paying that sort of money, you should get your car back and not have to worry about it again bodywork wise. So just bear that in mind. You might think that paying the cheaper option is always good, but it ain't. Just remember that. You get what you pay for. You buy cheap, you buy twice. But with Demon Performance Center stuff, yes, it's cheap, but the amount of photos and evidence they have of their work, they can't afford to get it wrong. And not only that, it speaks for itself. And you can also personalize with them, because £1,700 is the lowest base, remember. You can go crazy up to about probably 6 or 7 grand, I reckon, with some of the stuff I've seen on there. Strip it down, pull the end. Yeah, we all wish we had a garage, mate. Believe me. I mean, if you're where I am, you're looking to, I mean, what? You look at probably 2 grand for a shoebox or a prison cell. So, yeah, we all wish we had a garage, believe me. I mean, I've been restoring one of my cars for a few years with Luke. Luke's been the main part of this because he does a lot of my welding and stuff. I'm just learning as I go along. For quite a few years now, and a lot of that waiting is just weather. If I had a garage, it would have probably been done a long time ago, but a lot of it is just weather. So, yeah, I can understand what you mean. But all I'll say is, someone next to my car. All I'll say is don't be afraid to do stuff like that on the driveway. If you get a decent, like you can get a Carcoon storage unit, they keep the cars nice and dry. You can get a car on a spit. Like I've got a car on a spit on the driveway now. What's happening, Mitch? You all right, mate? But yeah, I've got a car on a driveway now. It's on a spit. It just takes time. It's one of them. Mitch did his car literally. All right, Mitch is a garage because, like, you know, Mitch is he's not privileged. He works hard. I'm winding you up, but Mitch has done his. I mean, he's done it in his garage and in his driveway as well, really, and he's done an underside restoration on his Mark II, and it looks lovely. And he's also doing that Mark 1 with the S270 in the bay as well. So it's doable. You just need to have the time and money, I think, really. And mainly the motivation. Because, mate, I still work on the driveway. It's hard without a ramp. Mate, I'm telling you. Since I left my workplace, right, because obviously I'm not a mechanic by trade no more. Obviously, it is my bread and butter still. I do it. But having to work on the floor for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now, I hate life. I miss having a ramp. Some jobs I just sit there and think, you know what, it'd be so much easier with a ramp. It is a lot of money, but I always say, I mean, it's rich coming from me, but restore your car to what you can afford. And not everyone needs all this crazy stuff you see in like all these pages. You know what I mean? Restore it to what you're happy with. Because not only will you get your car done faster, mate, everyone used to sneak their car into work. I bet you sneak PJs in there as well, you crafty bastard. I know I used to. I got caught once on a Saturday. Though, mate, I was nearly lost my job for moonlighting. But yeah, it's a lot of money. Don't be wrong. You just need to sort of find a balance on what you're happy with. Because everyone wants this crazy stuff. I mean, I'm the worst one for it. But yeah, just find what works for you. Yeah, I mean, you got to realize as well, right? A lot of these people who build these crazy cars have got an open checkbook. So you've got to look at it. Oh yeah, he's got a crazy ass car that does like fucking 7.7, like 7.7 on a bloody quarter mile, or it's winning shows left, right, and center because you could eat your dinner off it. Yeah, but what do they do for a living? Do they have their own company? Do like fair play to them. I'm not holding no grudges. Fair enough. You've built a lovely car. Fair play to you. But you've got to find that balance. What you can afford and what, like, because at the end of the day, if you buy, I don't know, a sequential gearbox of $7,000, what's the point? You could have spent that $7,000 making the car way better than just putting a sequential box in it. I mean, I live at home. I pay off the bills at home. I pay pretty much everything. I mean, some people do have it a bit better than others. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you just got to play with what you've been dealt with, really, haven't you? And yes, Mike, people do like to see a struggle on the floor. I think more of my videos of me getting annoyed and swearing probably have more better feedback than, say, I don't know, me being calm and relaxed and getting a job done correctly. But then you get, oh, you swear too much or something, I don't know. So it's just finding that happy medium. But yeah, I mean, just do your cars how you want it. Just don't make it look like a 90s chav box from Max Power. Them days are gone, mate. I mean, I've got one on the drive now, but we're sorting it. Don't worry, we're sorting it. And yeah, I mean, it is authenticity, but the good thing about people who build these cars is they set a standard for you to work to. Things are always improving. So, I mean, I mean, it's like when I first got one of my cars, like I'll say it now, it's an XR2. When I first got my XR2, it was like the standard of what I wanted to do it back then to how I would say tackle it now, completely different. I didn't even think about spraying the underneath back then or anything. But as you see things improve and move on, people like from different scenes, I think the VW scene, I think if a lot of you don't really get involved in that, you need to have a look at the VW scene because it is, I think it's 10 times better than the Ford scene personally for cleanliness. Them guys are anal as fuck. Like, excuse me, French, but that is what they are. Like, they are literally one up in everybody. Like, some of the things that, like, Luke shows me, because Luke's a VW boy. And it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But, me being friends with him, my standards have gone right up there from down here. So, I mean, yeah, it takes longer, but your car's going to be a lot nicer. And not only that, you can do it affordably. Don't think that you need to just throw a load of money at it and think it's going to work. And that I swear a lot, and it's not all done off cam. At least you show it's done. Well, I mean, I try my best. I mean, not everyone's going to do it the same way as me, and not everyone will be able to. I was told, obviously, when I was being taught, and Mitch, you would know this, and you would know this as well, Lee. You're taught by someone who does it a certain way. Someone else will tell you a different way. But at the end of the day, whatever way works for you, you'll probably end up finding your own way and having a happy medium on how to do it. And Mike, who Mend It Mod It, you definitely would know this. Just give things a bash, innit? Like, I've done things, I learn things every day. You just, whatever situation you're in, you need to get yourself out of it. Simple as. And it is, Lee, every car there is crazy. Like, even the rat rods are still mint, I think. Like, they're all brand new underneath. They look a bit ratty on the outside, but, mate, they're literally underneath and inside. It's so detailed. No matter what them boys do, they just go all out on it. Like, Luke showed me one guy the other day with a Mark 6 Golf. I don't even think he has the car no more. He removed the rear windscreen to clean the fucking car. The thing is bonded in. You know what I mean? That's the sort of levels people are going to nowadays. And you've got to find what you can compete to. Because I looked at that and I was like, mate, you just can't compete with people like that. Because one, they've got a lot of money. Two, they've got a lot of time. And three, who the hell wants to be removing a rear windscreen to clean the car? I don't. The only way I'm removing it is I'm throwing this bloody hammer in the back of it. Thank you, Becca. I'll ring you later. You mean hit it as hard as you can. If it breaks, you'll need to probably replace it anyway. Yeah, I mean, I was meant to film me doing the fuel lines on this. And yeah, I dropped the tank out a bit too fast and snapped the fuel sender. So that was my car off the road, but I didn't end up filming that because I was like, the car was like here. So I just didn't bother with it in the end. But yeah, I was able to get my fuel line, just snap it like that. Trailer Queens ain't no fun. No, you've probably been to Ford Fair and seen that Fiesta RS Turbo guy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like singling anyone out, but that car always reminds me, he don't drive it off the trailer. He doesn't drive it on the trailer. He has tire socks on it. What is the point? You've got such a lovely car there. Use it. You're right, they never get driven, but the ones who are driven, I respect more because, like, we all have show cars. Like, I mean, Lee knows me probably more than most of you guys. I had a show car, but drive it, use it. Oh my God, don't write Fiesta gang. And yeah, they've got too much time. Definitely. They've got way too much time. At the end of the day, right, if you're in a position, like, personally, you want to be in a position like someone like Jamsport where he does his hobby for his job and gets paid for it. That's when your car will start being good, like without no troubles or efforts. Remember that red Escort Cosworth? Yeah. Oh, mate, I've got a funny one for you. Remember that grey Absolute Madman? Yes, I did. It was Sam Axon who won. But don't worry, I'm doing another one at 1,000 subs. Just letting you know, I'm putting out there. I've got some stuff to give away. So it's always we're always going to do small giveaways and stuff like that. Yeah, I've got one for you though, Lee. That grey Sapphire Cosworth. What I will respect them though, they drove it to the show, but they taped it. Remember, it was in it was blue like masking tape on the whole front end of the car, and they were scrubbing the actual treads of the tires to keep them like clean. Sick one, looking forward to it. No, I appreciate that, mate. Don't worry, we'll be doing stuff like this all the time. I've got an idea as well. I might even just try and sort of make some lanyards or like even a t-shirt or something. Just anything. You guys are the ones. Fucking I'll spit it out. You guys are the ones that are obviously watching the videos. Put down what you want to see, obviously within reason. I don't want you seeing like a turbo kit or a supercharger kit from Roadtrex, but something I can afford. I'm a working guy like you guys. Hopefully I'll get to 1,000 subs, mate. Yeah, the blue details. That's the one. That's the one, mate. Yeah, that was funny. I must admit. I can't remember what that was. I think it was at Ford Fair, wasn't it? That was funny. Oh, you want a Fleabay turbo? Well, if it blows up on you, I said that's your decision, mate. I mean, nine. Yeah, a bit of Chinesium engineering. That'd be good, wouldn't it? As soon as you hit 15 psi, it goes do straight out your bonnet. Unless you're the boosted boys who seem to run stupid power on them. But you need a Civic for that. Everything on a Civic becomes bulletproof, doesn't it? With a Fiesta, it's far from bulletproof. It's like more like Swiss cheese, because you either got holes in the bodywork, or you got the holes in the engine block, or you got the holes in the diff when it explodes. But that's the fun in owning these cars, isn't it, guys? You spend so much money getting no power. Nah, I mean, on back roads, these cars are good. I must admit. Mitch did the right thing. He bought an Eco Boom. He just better not modify it, otherwise he will Eco Boom it out the fucking bonnet. Get it forged, Mitch. You're monetized now, mate. There's no excuse. Keep up the work on the Mark 1 Fiesta, though, mate. It's looking all right. You're making progress. Every week I'm looking at it, and I'm like, bloody hell. Mate, honestly, I see people running like 300 horsepower out of them, and I'm like, it's not worth it. It's like people telling me to turbo this. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to, but I can't see myself putting 300 brake through this, even with it rebuilt. Right, okay, so hopefully out late summer. Hopefully, I would like to come down and see it, mate, if that's all right. It's your sensible daily. Yeah, with still 200 horsepower. I'd like to see how mine does with it now, considering I've got 60% leakage. I still managed to get 192. It'd be funny if I gapped you, though, wouldn't it? It won't happen, though. Your turbo. Your Fiesta is not better than mine. Right. Being that she said this, I did a shock on her car yesterday, and I'm going to put it on Instagram to show you how bad the shock was, and this will tell you what state this car is in. Yeah, we'll have to do something. We'll definitely have to do something. And what do you want? A 99 flake that costs £2.50? I'll sort you one out, Lee. It's not a problem, mate. Or how much they ever cost nowadays? They're probably £2.50, aren't they? Should be called a £2.50 flake rather than a 99 flake. Reminded that tune that he plays has been the same tune. I've lived here for ages now, right? Probably since like the age of what? Oh God. £9.73 for a 99. Yeah, honestly, we'll go to a show, Lee, mate. Come on now. Got a lot catching up to do. No dramas. Like the old days where we'd sit, get some bloody lunch, have a coffee, and have a laugh and look at some motors, mate. We need them days back. A few faces have ruined that, haven't they? But it's a good job that we're still in touch. And I think we'll have to get a few of the other faces back in, like Dash. £9.70. Yeah, £9.73, mate. Come on. Times that by 100. That's your price. But yeah, he's been playing that music, mate, since I've moved here. I mean, fucking hell, I've been here over 10 years. Dear oh dear. Honestly, you can hear the crackles in the tune. It's that bad. Yeah, it's not great. He always stops as well when I'm working on my car, and I just look at him to say, like, please go away. It's normally when he comes round here and I'm like knees deep in just shit. I've got no one here to help me. Everyone knows them days, or it's a cold, dark night and you're just underneath the car going, what am I doing in my life? So what shows are people doing this year? I mean, I know it's a stupid question, but because I'm not going. But if anyone's doing any shows, because obviously I'm sure a lot of people are itching now because restrictions are easing now, aren't they? So what things fall fair? What is that even like nowadays? Because, like, I mean, when me and Lee went, it was getting big. Like, I mean, to the point where we were like, it needs to be a 2-day event because you cannot get round everything in the one day without being shattered. Yeah, I can imagine it's mega. Mate, they probably have to build another Silverstone next to it, wouldn't they? It's probably getting that silly because I remember a couple of years back I saw the queues, and they're like going halfway down the fucking motorway now, aren't they? Because not like Lee would know, they only used to get to like the bridge off the slip road, and that was big back then. Like that was sort of, we were like, wow. But when I saw them halfway down the motorway that time, I was like, shit, this is getting big. 4,000 or 5,000 cars. Because I mean, I remember when I went, like, I was like 6 years old and there was like 10,000 people back then. Like, it's always been a big show. I just wonder what it was like now, because obviously I know a few people do videos and stuff there, but it's one of them, innit? If you don't go, you're not really interested, to say the least. I know which way you went, because we did this one year. I bet you came in, people were queuing this way, and you were facing them driving in that way. And you probably was driving next to fields and all this, and there's like some giant monument thing. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's just a load of fields, and all of a sudden you just have a big sign of Silverstone that just comes out at you. Sure, that's the way you would have probably gone if you had had to cut in. Because if you come in from the usual way that you have to get in, there's no way of cutting, because if you do, then everyone just gets angry at you or either just cuts you up. Biggest Ford of it doesn't surprise me, to be fair. I mean, the two main ones that we used to go were, like, obviously Ford Fair, Classic Ford at Pod. That's a nice one. I like going to Classic Ford because you see a lot of stuff there. But the thing is, a lot of you miss out, because obviously Lee knows this as well. A lot of the shows, like the AVO show, you need to start going to the smaller shows because you see some stuff there that you don't see at the big shows. Trust me. Look at stuff like the AVO show and stuff like that. If that's even going still, because there was one at Oxford as well, but again, that was at like a zoo. But again, don't know if that's still going, because that was a really nice show. A lot of RS2000s there and stuff. What other ones? There used to be a Nottingham show. That was pretty cool. We only did that one the once though. But yeah, start looking into the smaller places. Don't just look at Silverstone, Coombe, Donington Park, Santa Pod. Start looking at the ones where they're just in like public parks. Trust me. The cars there you find are like second to none. I'm not saying that they're not at the big shows, but you've got more time to walk around and appreciate some of the stuff that's there. So just bear that in mind. Simply Ford. No, I haven't been to that one because that's quite a new show. That's only come out for the last few years. And yeah, I knew you went down that B-road because we went down it and we was doing the same thing as you did. I'm not going to say what you did because I'm on camera live. But But yeah, we was doing that. We had it out, funny enough. Tell you who with. Mark Hudd's Sierra Cosworth. The ELE play, ELE. We had it out of him down there. But that's all I'm going to say. I went driving, so ain't my problem. Don't know where half the shows are. I know they just come about. The problem is now is you need to have like a little club of your own to actually know where these things are. Because a lot of it is sort of cloak and dagger. If you're just a member, you just sort of, people go, oh, we're going here this week, or we're going here on this date. Do you want to come? If you do, tickets are this price. So you don't really, like a lot of people just know about Ford Fair and stuff like that. I mean, some people only do one show a year, which is quite surprising. Wish there are more shows down south. Where is that show then? Because, well, I mean, I don't even want to pronounce that, if I'm honest with you. Need a track or drag race? Well, I mean, there's plenty of tracks. Drag strips, I could sort of agree with you on. Because if you want to track your car, I mean, you've got Donington, you've got Silverstone, see Combe. What other ones? I think that's probably about. You've got 3. I mean, Brands Hatch. I know there's a show at Brands Hatch this year, so watch out for that. So you've even got 4 tracks there, 4 good tracks as well, really, that you can go to. Portsmouth. Okay. I'm sure there used to be a Southampton show as well, unless I'm thinking something else. You guys want to look out for the Uxbridge show, because that won't be too bad for you either. That's not just Fords and stuff. That's like pretty much everything. But that's a good show to go to, must admit, because you pretty much see a lot of everything there, and everyone's all right. There's live, I think there's a live band there and stuff, like if you lot into that, all that shit. But yeah, there's some real cool stuff there. I mean, like I'm talking Japanese cars. We see your Fords, classic American stuff. You name it, it's there. So that's another one to bear in mind. But yeah, I might have to look at that one. I know a lot of people go to that Bromley pageant. I've heard about that one. That one gets shoved down my throat every time. Everyone says Bromley pageant, Bromley pageant. Yeah, all right. I need to go there. Don't have anything to go in. Give me a break. But that's more from my personal mates, not you guys. So don't worry about that one. But no, I mean, there's plenty of stuff to do. I think it's just finding it, really, and getting a good group of people to go with, because the car scene's very cutthroat. Don't care what anyone says or thinks of that comment. It is. Been in it long enough to know. I know I haven't been to a show in 7 years, but trust me, I've been doing these shows since I was like, what? I know obviously you don't know about the politics when you're a kid as much, but I mean, I've been going to shows since like, 6 years old. By the time I was sort of 14, 15, you start seeing the politics. People start falling out. You know what I mean? If they're friends with someone who's done their car for them and they fucked it up, or they owe money, there's a lot of shit involved. So you just need to go with really a group of mates you all just get on with in an ideal world, and fuck all the drama off. But the day I see that, fucking show me arse in public, mate. Because I've been in it long enough, and there's always going to be drama in the car scene. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, I've had my own bits of drama the last few years. I'm not going to air it because it's no one's business to. I could fucking do it now, but I ain't going to gain nothing off it. So, but no, I'll be looking to do some shows soon. I'm hoping to get some meets as well. So if you guys are going to meets or whatever, like, don't sort of, I'm not being horrible when I say this, don't bombard me now. I'm just going to say no. When you see the cars sort of at the stage where I'll go, right, we're going to do this, and I'll let you know in the videos, just give me a shout. We'll do some shit. Go to some meets, have a laugh. It's been a long time coming. Right. I'm going to have to cut you guys short because I've been rambling and my laptop is nearly dead. So, probably the longest giveaway video ever, but it's good to have a chat with you guys, like one-to-one. So obviously, down a camera, I can sound a bit like that because obviously I'm not talking to no one, but yeah, it's good to have a chat with you guys and see your sort of views on things as well, and see what you guys are up to. So have a good evening, stay safe, and don't get caught by the rozzers when you're at a show doing some dumb shit. Take it easy, guys. And Sam Axon, I'll give you a message on Instagram now, and we'll get these stickers ordered up for you, buddy. Peace.